Okay, welcome back to my drawing channel where I will be drawing various comic book characters. And today's episode is drawing Venom, the famous Spider-Man character. And I'll show you how I draw Venom in today's episode. So this is these are the equipments I will be using. Pentel mechanical pencil, vanish eraser, and the paper I use is Strathmore bristle board 300 series with vellum surface. All right. Okay. So I like to start off by drawing the head and then kind of work my way from there. So throughout the drawing, I will be erasing a lot. I mean, that's the nature of the beast, because I'm trying to figure out a nice pose. All right. At this point, it's pretty much a lot of gestural drawing. I'm just trying to get a nice pose. This is where your understanding of the anatomy comes in really handy. So I'm actually kind of at a bit of a disadvantage because the camera is literally right next to my head, so I'm having a hard time looking at my drawing, looking down on my drawing. So I think this pose looks pretty good. So yeah, I think this will work. And from here, I have the basic down, and I will start refining it. You can see why I don't have inker when I do my comic book, because my drawings are pretty messy and kind of hard to follow. And also I do half my drawing, a big chunk of my drawing, during the final inking stage. So For this show, I am trying to draw this as tight as possible. So the Venom is pretty bulky, so you need to give him make him hyper muscular. Yet at the same time, there's a certain agileness. So when people draw the arm, they sometimes forget that there are 3 parts to the bicep, this middle part and the tricep. And the key to drawing Venom is to make the, he's kind of a top-heavy character, so to make his arms a little bit longer, almost like a gorilla arm, and more muscular, and so kind of give him short, stocky legs. There's an apish quality to his body structure. Here's the quad. Make him standing on a pile of debris, like a piece of broken building or something. The artist who was really good at drawing these shoulder is I've always thought Neil Adam was absolutely fantastic when it came to drawing shoulder. And you also give him a giant claw-like hand. I've always liked drawing Venom for some reason. He has that savageness that I really liked. Wasn't so crazy about his big giant dumbass tongue when they first started doing it, but over time I kind of got used to it, you know. Yeah, when I draw a lot of my stuff, I don't use reference, as you can see, because I've been drawing so much that everything just becomes kind of like a muscle memory, you know? Except for when I do the ballpoint pen drawings, I use live models and photos, mostly photos. But when I'm drawing comic books, most of the time I don't use any reference. So at this basic stage, I erase more than I draw, it seems like. So the shoulder muscle has 3 major muscle group. Make sure you show that. Okay. I'm gonna yeah, people don't realize how fast I draw. Especially male character. I can just burn through those fairly easily. The hard part when you're drawing comic is not the actual drawing itself, it's the planning, basically the composition and telling the story. And also drawing the damn background. I don't know about the other artists, but I hate drawing the backgrounds and all the mechanical stuff. So I would have loved to draw on a Spider-Man book, but I just didn't want to draw all those damn buildings in the background. Yeah, so I'm actually more of an organic artist, so I like to draw like organic stuff like monsters and people and creatures. I'm not a big tech guy. I mean, I could do it, but I hate drawing tech. The book that really helped me understand drawing, how to draw, figure drawing, all that stuff, was How to Draw the Marvel Way by John Buscema. By John Buscema with Stan Lee. So So I know Stanley gets the credit, but it's actually all John Buscema. He's the one who broke everything down and made you understand the anatomy and the composition and all the panel stuff. So the light source is going to be coming from here. So this is the part where I will start adding shades, the shadows on the figure. So this is the fun part.